everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome. My name is Danielle, and in today's video we are going to decorate our dining room for the springtime. I am super excited. I love this transition from winter to spring, and it is officially spring, so we are ready to decorate. I am going to keep the space nice and cozy. Technically our dining room is where our living room is, but since it's just the four of us, we use our breakfast nook as our main eating area. I am going to add pops of color for that spring touch, and I'm really excited to show you how it all turns out. All right, let's get started. This is a clean slate of our dining area. We have lived here for about a year, and the springtime is a perfect time to jazz things up. Behind the table is our wooden radiator cover, which doubles as a console table, which I love. I'm starting off by refreshing a couple of things. As you may have seen in the previous shots, I painted some spots on the wall that needed retouching. I'm covering up scuffs and marks from things that we have hung on the wall. Next, I'm applying Restore Finish to the radiator cover. It is a bit dull and needs refreshing. This is the before and the after. I really love this stuff. Once that dried, I put the lamp back on top, and now I am placing this vase of floral arrangements on the other side. In the vase are blooming stems that I picked up from Trader Joe's and some faux florals. Don't be afraid to mix faux with real. I feel like mixing both helps to make the faux florals look more realistic. If you saw my last Home Goods Shop With Me video, you'll recognize this planter and beautiful hydrangea. This is a candle holder that I thrifted years ago. And this is another Home Goods find. I absolutely love the bunny that is hanging off of the side. As some of you may remember from last week's video, I picked up these curtains from the thrift store, but I did not double check to make sure that they were 2 panels. So when I got home, I realized that they were 1, and then I also realized that it's not actually 1. Someone stitched both of the panels together to create one. So what I have to do is just remove this stitching along the middle so that they are 2 panels. It looks like it was hand stitched, so I think it'll be pretty simple, but this is a reminder to always double check the things that you purchase from the thrift store and make sure that it is exactly what you want. And if not, hopefully you can alter something that you really do love from the thrift store like I can do here. I cut the fabric along the stitch and it came out perfectly. These curtains have a tab top, which is a fancy way of just saying a loop. I am not a huge fan though, so I saw these curtains on Urban Outfitters website and I love how they tied the top, so I'm going to do something similar with these. I tied all of them and this is how they turned out. I installed the brackets for the curtain rod and hung the curtains. When I measured to see where the rod should be placed, I didn't take into account the length that would be lost by tying knots on the loops, so the curtains are a few inches short. But let's ignore that for now. I can always fix that at another time, which I will definitely do. Now I am going to style our dining room table. This part was really fun for me because I tried something different using various colors that all tied into each other. I was very intentional about the colors that I chose for this space since it is small. I wanted to brighten it up, but I didn't want a bunch of random colors, so I stuck with pink, blues, greens, and purples. These cute little bunny and the pink eggs are from Dollar Tree. These beaded carrots are so unique. This could be such a simple DIY as well. I'm placing these LED wax candles inside of the brass candle holders. I'm using these LED candles since our toddler can easily access this table. Next is another Dollar Tree find, a tiered dessert rack. There are 2 latches on the bottom to secure it tightly. I love the color of this. It ties so perfectly in with everything else. Always fluff your florals so they look more realistic. These beautiful scalloped plates are a new purchase from Macy's. Does anyone shop at Macy's anymore? They have really nice decor items and have great sales during the holidays, but I never really hear anyone talking about them. Let me know in the comments if you're like me and you still shop at Macy's. These beautiful salad or dessert plates were a thrift find. Now I'm just jazzing everything up with the essentials. A couple of friends are coming over this weekend, so I am adding more than I typically would to this dining table. Whenever we're hosting, I love to make our guests feel extra special. I ended up removing a couple of things from the table because once I put the plates, utensils, and glassware down, it felt a little bit too cluttered. I had a couple of these glasses on hand and I'm going to use them to place these beautiful scalloped napkins inside. I did not want to cover any of the detail and design on the plate, so I thought it would be really nice to make a little bouquet out of the napkins that we can all grab when ready. And to finish things off, I am adding a salt and pepper shaker. Behind the table leading into the kitchen is this corner shelving unit that I love to decorate. I removed a few items already and I'm adding a spring touch. This crystal bud vase is absolutely beautiful. Below that, I am adding a mini vase with some dried baby's breath. Now, moving over to this bare wall, I came back the next day since the paint was finally dry and I installed a shelf. I used this tool to find the studs in the wall. I accidentally put a little hole in the wall, but that's okay. We are going to cover that right up. My husband and I started laughing because I actually startled myself when I did that. Last week Friday, I took a trip to my favorite thrift store in Manhattan, Housing Works, and I found a couple of items for the shelf. They can be pricier than your average thrift stores, but this is New York City, so that is to be expected. I fell in love with these plates and vintage brass serving utensils. The first thing that I'm going to place on the shelf is this vintage wine bottle that is covered with rattan. This is another recent thrift find. I'll show you all a little hack. In order to stabilize the plate, I cut a piece of cardboard from a box that I already had to prevent it from sliding down. Next is this brass vase that the store styled with these antique brass serving utensils. I liked how they styled them together, so I just ended up buying them as a set. This embroidered art piece is, of course, another thrift find. It is so beautiful and I love the wooden frame. And finally, to balance things out, I am adding this small brass trinket dish to the other side. So I love how this turned out, but now I'm debating whether or not I should add a second shelf on the bottom. I do have a second shelf, so it wouldn't be too much to like get it and put it up on the wall, but yeah, let me know what you think. I don't want the wall to be too cluttered, but I think I may put a second shelf, but let me know your thoughts. This is how it all came together. This room feels so much brighter and welcoming, and it is perfect for spring and for Easter. I love the late afternoon when the sun shines in this room. It is so beautiful. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I love making our home feel warm and welcoming, and I love finding a good bargain to do so. I am so happy that it's spring and would love to share with you what I have in store to embrace this time of the year. If you haven't already, leave a comment below and subscribe for more content similar to this. I'll see you in the next video.